What is up, guys? Welcome back. So in the last episode, hopefully you've got your grand staircase for the most part done, at least down to level 10, 15 if you so chose. Maybe you've done a little branch mining on the way, gathering some resources, and you're ready to process all those ores and everything you found. So that's when we get into Tinkers Smeltery. There's a few things you will need afterward if you want to get the Tinkers Construct tools, and we'll go over that in the next episode. So down here I've built a little space to kind of demonstrate how you set up your Tinkers Construct Smeltery. So hopefully you've gone ahead and made your grout. You know, I've got some right here. And you've taken it, taken a little swim. That's our indoor jacuzzi there, you know. So throw your grout in your furnace. Hopefully you've kept your saplings, have a tree farm just outside of your mining base. And like I said, you will need about a stack of each. This is nowhere near a stack, but I'm just showing you what you need to do. So you throw your grout in the furnace, it turns into the seared brick. Now these seared bricks, I believe once you get your first one, you also get the book Mighty Smelting. Now this book is your guide to how to craft everything you will need for your smeltery. It tells about each piece, and the minimum starting materials is this right here: one smeltery controller, one seared tank, 9 bricks, any combination of 10 bricks, seared tanks, drains, whatever. I use seared bricks since I usually have more than enough grout. 1 faucet, 1 casting table. So I usually go with 2 drains for my setup. As you see right here, I've got my controller, my smeltery drains, my faucet, and over here I've got my seared tank to hold my lava. And like I said, while you're mining down, hopefully you've come across a lava source that you can take advantage of. Hopefully it's not too deep, but if it is, it is just a little jumping. But if you've got your food supply, you're set. So let's take a look at some of the recipes here. In the book, it also tells you how to make different alloys like bronze, aluminum, brass, manillion, alamite, and pig iron. The menulin, that's what my pickaxe was made of. And that chest was given to me by Arcadian94, another person on the server. So again, thank you for all the ores and the pickaxe. It did make things a whole lot easier. So anyway, you go down to wherever you have your area set up. Want to have your area set up for your smeltery. And normally I dig out the initial trench for it, which you need a 3x3 grid for the base of it. Let's go ahead and just put that back. And, you know, I'll just use dirt and pretend it's seared stone or the seared brick. And then, whoa, I hate that double click. This is going to be your outside wall. Normally I would put my seared tank, you know, over off to the side or on the corner. It just depends on how you want it set up and what resources you have available to you. Now right here is where you'd put your drains and your control, your smeltery controller. You can put them right here. I generally have, you know, when I start out, go up 2 levels. That way I can put my controller down here in the middle, which I believe it has to be on the same level as your seared tank. And then I put my smeltery drains right here. I can put another seared tank right here just for looks, so I can see inside. And then you put the faucets right on the drains and your casting table or casting basin. When starting out, I prefer the basin over the table. But, you know, that's, again, personal preference, and that's up to you. So we've made our grout, which is the sand, cobblestone, and clay. Hopefully you put it through your furnace, made your seared brick. Now to make your seared brick whole stone, you know, just 4 seared brick in your crafting grid, just like that. Not a big problem. Your controller, just like you would do a chest. Your drain, you put off to the sides like that. You know, like I said, this is why I recommend at least a stack of each, because everything is made out of the seared bricks. And hopefully you've kept some sand. You need to make glass. Again, just throw sand into your furnace. It'll make the glass that you need for this. So that's how you make your seared tank. This is what you put your lava into right here. The seared glass you can also store lava in. And if I believe if you set it on top or set another seared tank on top, you can double the capacity. Don't remember. I've always just used one. So again, seared glass so you can actually see inside. You can see the fluids if you've got a bunch of different things in there. And your seared faucet, just like you would a flower pot or a bowl, I believe, just in a small V shape. Those would be your seared faucets. Casting channel I haven't used, but I believe it just extends out the faucet so you can have it fill multiple basins at once. I believe that's how that works. Casting table, just like you would, well, I guess that would be a pair of pants. And the casting basin. The main difference between the table and the basin, the table will allow you to do ingots. You can make your castings with your seared brick in order to make an ingot cast, or you can put different items up on the table to make casings, and then put the casing template on the table to make your Tinkers items. So hopefully that's not, yeah, that should be fine. So let's go back up here. In fact, I do got a ingot cast. Was I saying casings? But hopefully while you were digging you were able to get gold, because that's what all the castings are made from. So like, I'll show you. Don't really want to waste the gold, but for you guys, I'll sacrifice a little gold. So this, I right click onto my casting table, come in here, click to make sure that my gold's on the bottom so I can do it, and we'll fill it up, and bam, I've now got another ingot cast. And when you set it up, you can set it up any way you want. Me personally, I always like to have 3 double chests off to the side here. Eventually I'll put a hopper and a item duct feeding this automatically back into the chest. Put a timer up here, that way it'll give a redstone signal and automatically hit that so that fills. Once that turns it to, in this case, a block of iron, then I can just put that in a crafting grid and I've got 9 iron ingots. It's just a quick way to eliminate your resources or condense your resources so you don't have things everywhere. But I have a separation system to my chests. The top chest, that's going to be gems and unprocessed ores. The next one down is going to be ingots and redstone. I've got some other stuff in here at the moment, but that's no big deal. And down here is where I generally keep my blocks. That way I have the resources. I can just quickly grab my ingots, make what I need to make. If I run out, well, I've got my backup down here for the most part. So once you get your smeltery set up, regardless of how big it is, first thing you want to do is make it bigger. That's why you take just all the cobblestone you've been saving up and put it in a little bit at a time until you get plenty of seared stone. Each stone only makes like 8 millibuckets of seared stone, so you need to keep putting some in to get up to enough to make a block. I mean, I can put, I believe, a full stack in, and I'll only make about 2, maybe 3 blocks at a time. So that just gives you guys an idea of what's going on with that. That's one way to get rid of all that excess cobblestone that you have. And it works just like the seared brick, as you see up here. I've been working on expanding it. And see, yeah, that's what I got in right now. All this seared stone, is registering as my smeltery. Not the prettiest looking, but right now, we're not going for pretty, we're going for functionality. We want to get our ore doubled. That's what the smeltery is great for. So I can put in like 9 iron ores and I'll get 18 ingots out of it. So, you know, that's a great way to, you know, get your resources up. A little later, I believe you can actually get it up to 5 times the value. So 1 iron ore would be 5 iron ingots. I believe that's with refinery, and we will get into that at a later episode. So hopefully this has helped you get your smeltery set up and get your feet in the door of Monster. Um, you know, I plan to come out with more, you know, getting started videos here. So I will see you guys later.
Yeah.